my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
Hey guys, Amy Pigeon here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel, and welcome back if you've been here before. So today I'm filming a collab with Fatima, or oh god, Fatima. Take one. So today I'm filming a collab with Fatima. I met Fatima at the Erin Mills Bay counter for MAC, or at MAC Cosmetics, where we both were working together. She's a very, very talented artist herself, and she's actually going to be doing a Poison Ivy makeup look on me, which you'll see either before or after this tutorial's up sometime. I'm not quite sure because we haven't filmed it yet and edited and done the posting schedule. But so yeah, this is a face painted Bane mask. I used Made You Look by Lex, or Alexis Fleming is her name. Her look as a reference. We did a little bit of improv on areas where we couldn't find or where we couldn't see the rest of her face and what it looked like. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked this tutorial. It was super challenging, but if you did, please give the video a big thumbs up and show it some love. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It would mean the absolute world to me. And leave any requests, comments and whatnot in the future, or sorry, for future tutorials in the comment box below. Alrighty, let's get into this Bane face paint mask tutorial. Alrighty, we're recording now. No F-bombs and talking about exploding tits and shit. Okay, so I'm going to start by mapping out the edges of the mask along Miss Fatima's face. This is always a fun time trying to get things symmetrical. Yeah. When you're not a SPFX artist or whatever the hell they like to call them these days. I do not talk loudly enough for this to like pick up. I sound so mummy. Sorry guys. And if it's like a little bit rough around the edges, it's okay because it if they end up looking a little bit more sketch mark like, because we can always just go in with concealer at the end of the day and clean it up a bit. Yep. So everything looks nice and crisp. Oh god, this is so hard. What am I doing? What is like... Oh god. Okay, I need a confidence booster here. If this does not turn out well, I'm editing out all this audio so that I don't make it seem like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If it does turn out well, I'm keeping it in because it makes me look humble. Right? Yeah, sure. It does. Why not? What are you using to line? Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'm actually using my Lorac Front of the Line Pro felt tip. Focus, there we go. Felt tip liner. Do you like the noises I make there? Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I did a tutorial with my friend Valeria. I miss getting my makeup done. Really? Yeah. I miss modeling for school and stuff. It was like the best time for me. Really? Mm-hmm. I'm sure you could volunteer and get it done, and like do it other places probably. True. Like you're very pretty too, so people would like want you as a model. Oh, thank you. Nobody wants an ugly model. Let's keep it real. Yeah, people only really wanted me for my skin. So it makes sense. I think I'm gonna have to edit that part out. We are doing anti-contouring for your nose. Making me fat. Making your nose look bigger. That's cool. Did I tell you how people say that it looks like I have a who nose? Yes, and you're like, that's not a compliment. It's not a compliment at all. That's like the worst thing you could say. It's better than a, I don't know what nose. What would the opposite of a who nose be? Like a witch's nose? Yes. I guess. A beak? Yeah, a beak. Something that turns down? Yeah. This is stressful. I'm stressed. Don't be. This is so bad. Or not, it's not that it looks bad, but it's like, I'm like just you're symmetrical. Fairly symmetrical, I would say. I think we're okay. Once this whole part is mapped out, I'm going to feel a lot better. I always find this to be the absolute most stressful part of makeup. Of course. It's intimidating. Yeah, because you're starting from nothing, and you're like, okay, let's turn this into something. Okay, I'm feeling better already, just so you know. Good. Now that we have, like, this crap out of the way. It's the center of the face that's, like, very stressful. So where am I drawing this from? Let's just do this and hope for the best. Jesus, take the wheel. There we go. Okay, you have a straight line. This part's going to tickle like a mofo, just warning you. That's okay. It's worse than you thought? Yeah. Yeah. I tried doing this a skeleton mask on my ex last year, and like he just could not deal with how ticklish it was. Because that was like so many little fine lines, and I was trying to shade around them and stuff too, and he was like, nope, this is not gonna happen. Not happening. It's amazing how easy it is to do though, like skeleton.
Is it? I haven't tried it.
Teeth. Yeah, that might be something you want to do for the Halloween creative, actually. If you just want something like easy. Like
easy. Look at you pushing me outside of my comfort zone already.
Yep. All about growth, man.
Yeah. So what are you drawing in right now?
I think this is like a bolt of some sort.
Yeah.
It looks like. Okay, so now that we have the general outline going on, we're going to start in with a little bit of detailing. I'm going to keep using this pen as far as I can because it makes my life just so much easier being able to go in and like draw this on, because drawing to me is so much easier than face painting. So it looks like Bane has all of these kind of like tiny little, God, I don't even know what to call these. They kind of just look like ridge type things along the border of this forehead line here. So I'm essentially going to draw all that all the way down until we get to about, let's say, this mark right here. So I'm just going to draw on that mark where we know to stop drawing on those little ridges as a kind of guide point. And they start bigger up top and kind of get smaller and smaller as we get towards the bottom here. So I'm just drawing on these little sausage ridge thingies. I think I'm going to start and do it unconventional from top to bottom because I like to, and then left to right, because I like to rest my hand on somebody's face when I do their makeup. And I will not be resting my hand on your forehead. So I'm going to start from here with the coloring, actually. Well, actually, first I'm just going to finish this bottom part by drawing in a little squiggle right above your brow that kind of mirrors that line we did above. So it's going to swoop down at the bottom and then up again, like that. Yeah, and for now, that's all that we're going to be doing with this guy. For a couple minutes, I'm going to start filling in this part with some color. So now I'm going in with some super color. Oh wait, is this a cream color? It is, and I just added water to it. Like a tool. Anyways, I didn't need to do that. So this is a cream color paint. I'm just going to go in and fill in the entire area right here with that cream color. And I'm using a Morphe S30 shader brush. Have you ever fallen asleep in the makeup chair when getting a...
Yeah, I love it.
It's a little face massage.
It is.
Unless you're getting like the shit tickled out of your lips.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to fill in the first 3 of these little sausages that we created. That's what I'm going to call them, sausages. And then the bottom 3. And then I'm going to go in with this little Morphe M170. This is actually a lip brush. And I'm going to go in and kind of blend around those black edges that we created just to soften the harsh line and make it look a little bit more subtle. Is this detail that like makes this shit like take forever. Some people would just skip this step entirely. And then using this black super color cream paint, also from Krylon, and that same brush that we were just using, we're going to go in and fill in these other sausages, for lack of a better term. And it's okay if you don't fill it in like a solid line, because it kind of makes them look like they're divided pieces, which is what we want to go for. So when you kind of, if you lay your brush flat and pull it, actually, I'm just realizing as I do this side, it kind of creates like ridges around the edge, and it almost makes the paint look a little bit 3D. Do you see how that side it's like a little bit more raised?
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go back and do that on the other side. Now with a little bit more of the black and that same brush, I'm going to go and outline just the inside edges of our sausages, just for a little bit of added definition. And then with whatever's left on your brush, pull it into the gray paint, just a little bit, to create some depth. So this part looks like it's sticking up a bit and creating a little bit of shadowing.
Shading is key, everyone.
Absolutely.
It just brings everything to life.
Editing this in Facetune is going to be a bitch. Like, to make it look Instagram ready.
Yeah.
We'll take your photos from afar. That'll make it better. Seems such a perfectionist. I'm like, oh, the shading is where I want it to be.
See, and that's why anything that's creative like this would take me hours.
Yeah. Planning simple looks is important. Like, my Beetlejuice one tomorrow is going to be so much easier than this. Thank God.
True, yeah. Just dark eyes, white face, and a gross mouth.
Yeah, essentially. Pretty much. And then we're just going to fill in this entire part with black. Thank you, baby Jesus. Something easy and simple with no detail. If feel like I might just like end up turning this into like a time lapse or something and not doing audio. I'm still going to talk my way through it, but I feel like it's kind of patchy.
Yeah.
Okay, should I go in and set that now? Probably, in case my hand touches it or anything.
And more of my baby pubic hairs.
Sorry?
And my baby pubic hairs are going to mess it
Oh, yes, that too. Now I'm going to go in with one of my black eyeshadows here. This is, I'm not sure if this is Carbon or by MAC or Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm too lazy to be bothered to actually look into the back of the shadow. And I'm going to go and further define the outline edges of our little sausages. Make sure you wipe off any of that cream on the back of your hand before you dip it back in your shadow, because it will ruin your shadows otherwise. Did they give you any like tricks for how to like be careful doing that when you use like powder on top of a cream paint in school?
No, it's just about exactly how you explained it. Just make sure you're tapping off the grease from the cream, because it will obviously ruin a pressed powder.
Yeah, because I see so many people on YouTube like going in and blending powders on top of creams and whatnot, and I'm like, how are you not ruining all of your
That's what I wonder
powders?
too, because I always just press mine into the cream instead of just like mixing it all around. I can't do that.
And then I'm gonna, with my brush, blend that in a little bit more, just lightly pulling in that color, because apparently I'm a stickler for blending, which I didn't even know until today. And then I'm gonna go in with this dark gray color here called Concrete Jungle, and I'm gonna do I even have that in front of me? Yeah, right here. And a Morphe M33 brush. And I'm just going to go and tap that onto the cream paint to set it. Hopefully make it last a smidgen longer against Greaseball's face here.
Yeah, seriously.
Just kidding.
It'll all be sliding off if you don't.
That helps make the shading along the edges better too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of blends it in and softens the edges of the shade a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of my MAC Silver pigment and that same brush, and I'm going to push that into the center of this mask to make it look a little bit more metallic looking and create a bit of a highlight. Oh, Nelly, and by a bit, I mean a whole shit ton. Okay, we're going to have to fix that. There's silver flying everywhere right now.
I can see the sticks.
Right?
Looks like magic.
It does.
Oh, no, I love this.
Maybe I'll just add a little bit more to the edge because there's a little bit of a stripe there. Is it showing up metallic on the camera?
Yeah, but not as much.
Yeah.
Not as overwhelming as you think.
Yes. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's not looking very overwhelming from here either, actually. Then using that same silver pigment, I'm going to go in and add little highlight accents to the ridges of some of the sausages just on the inside here. That's a new favorite thing, is using pigments on cream paints, because it just blends in so nicely.
Yeah, loving it.
And you kind of want it to be like a little bit fatter at the inside and then pull it out to be like a little bit of a skinnier tick along the edge. So now I'm going to go in with, back with my Lorac Pro pen here, we're going to draw a little split that goes almost halfway up the center of her nose and then connect it to the sides here. And then inside we're going to draw 3 more of said sausage thingies that aren't going to quite connect all the way to the center of the ridge between her nose. So there's 1, there's 2, and more. There's 3. So I'm switching pens to my Pen Ultimate Liner by MAC, and I'm going to outline those to be a little bit more prominent and darker, the black. Oh yeah, that's just so much better. Also, that pen was like dying on me, so it was good for outlining the general shape where I was like afraid to commit to it being like a dark black.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like perfect. And then we're going to go back into that gray Supercolor paint from Kryolan, and we're going to fill in between the lines of these guys here, and switching to a detailed brush or a lip pencil brush, whatever you're more comfortable with. I'm using a Morphe M170 brush for this. It's funny, I'm at the point now where I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Right?
It doesn't look black enough to me though.
It's just you.
Is it?
It's just you. It's because you're getting so much reflection in front of you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think regular makeup artists would probably be filling in these areas before doing the detail, but I find that harder. Because then if you screw up the detail, like you can't rest your hand on anything and it's mixing in with grease, so I'd rather do it the other way around. So I'm going to go around the edges and create shadowing with our black eyeshadow again. I only started makeup on people like 2 years ago, professionally.
Interesting.
at MAC.
Actually, yeah, that was like me too. Oh my god,
Really?
It feels like it's been so much longer. Yeah, like I never liked
It doesn't
doing
take
makeup.
long though. It's the counter experience that makes you a good artist. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Yeah, and I was never like confident with my skills until obviously Mac just like throws you in there.
It's just the experience on a million different faces. So this part we need to highlight quite a bit to bring it out. So I'm going to jump into that. I'm literally working from top to bottom with your face right now.
Yeah, like
But it works
more
for me.
pigment.
Yeah, I don't like doing like the mapping part is very unsatisfying to me because it's just like, I like completing parts and moving on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. So we're going to press a little bit more of that pigment into the very center here to make this part come forward and create more dimension. Because with every shadow comes a highlight. Not that I really know if I'm highlighting the right part or not right now, but you know what? It looks cool, so why not?
Can you just show everyone your wrist right now? This is insane.
Makeup artist problems.
Yeah. That's what it's like coming home from work every day.
Pretty much. Like, I don't even wash it off when I come home. So I gotta, like, this is ridiculous. Oh my god! Hello, baby! Hello! Easy, guys. Monsters! Oh my god, the pigment. Can you imagine if you knocked the pigment? Oh my god, look at that. And then back in with the eyeshadow here. We're gonna shave. What am I saying? We're gonna shave Fatima's furry face. No, we're gonna shave from the center here outwards.
Arab probs.
Oh god. And then just go in with a little bit more of that shadow and define the center line a little bit more. This is the way to do it, using the shadow to like deepen the blackness.
Mm-hmm.
I would have assumed liquid, but I guess the liquid just doesn't hold up on itself. I'm just going to add shadowing there even if there shouldn't be because I don't really want to go in and clean it up with more grease paint because it's so much work.
Shading looks better everywhere.
I feel that way too, even if it's the wrong place. Like
Yeah.
if we just add shading, it looks better. So now we're going to draw like these weird like octopus tail things on her schnoz. I don't really know what to call them. So kind of going from the edge of her nostril right here, we're going to pull this up towards, pretty close towards that top line we have across the bridge of her nose.
Oh, is this for like his breathing?
I guess. Like they look like...
Like little tentacle things,
Tentacles.
right? Yeah, it's for his breathing.
Oh, well then. Well then. Miss, no, I'm just kidding.
Yo, I'm a Batman fan.
And then just closer towards the front end of her nostril, we're going to draw in one of the breathing tentacle things. And then we're going to connect these across the bridge of her nose as well. I wouldn't be down for like special effects modeling because the shit that they can do to your skin with latex is like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like not fun.
And I've always regretted it in school, especially for special effects classes. But
What when you volunteer to model?
yeah, and then it's just like painful because yes, everyone, I do have a fuzzy face, and like it kills pulling that shit off.
Yeah.
But it's still so much fun.
It doesn't matter fuzzy face or not, like you're tearing at your skin, right? It's just not a fun situation,
Yeah.
generally speaking. So I'm going to go back in with our gray grease paint, and I'm going to fill in this entire side of Fatima's face. What should I do on the side? There's no like detail in my reference photo.
Where?
Am I supposed to be creative right now?
Yeah.
I just put silver there that isn't supposed to be there, but what else? So then I'm going in with my little lip brush again, and we're going to add some shading, more shading along the front here to just kind of create some texture by drawing back little stripes into the grease paint. Because that's what it looks like they were doing in our reference photo that I can't really make out here.
Yeah. Just gives it some texture.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should add like some tubing along the side. Why not? To make
Why
it look
not?
a little bit more, I don't know, something. So our reference photo doesn't like show what's on the sides of the subject's face. So we're just kind of improvising here and adding like some little tube kind of shapes to add something interesting, I guess. And we're going to shade the edges of those tubes to make them 3D. And then we're going in with that silver pigment along the inside to create some highlighting and bring some dimension back to this dish. And I'm going to draw these little these like backwards C accents here to look like screws or something, or some shoes. I'm completely making this up, you guys. There's no reference photo for the side of her face, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
It's Amy's creation. Gotta make it your own.
And now I'm going back in with the black to just darken these parts here. I'm actually using the cream paint this time, which will be nice on top of the black shadow that we used to blend out and create a nice gradient. Okay, now we're going in and we're going to fill in the tubey parts along her nose, all with the gray super color paint. I'm only going to start on the left side of her face here, though, because I like to rest my hand on people's faces when I do their makeup. True story. I think Fatima knows this at this point.
Yep. No, but especially for this, you need an anchor of some sort.
Yes, exactly. And then we're going to go back in with the black eyeshadow and a nice little detail brush. And we're going to circle around this little squid tentacle thingy. And then we're going to create some shading on the inner part here. Now we're going to add some silver highlight to this part here to make this part really protrude. Protrude? I said that weird. How did I say that? Protrude. Protrude.
Protrude.
And some silver to the outer edge here.
Because we have to make it look like they're bending, right?
Mm-hmm. Create that dimension. You're so much better at this than me. I'm like, I'm just copying the photo, and you're like, and this is why we're doing this. I'm like, oh, you're right. Touche. Okay, so I'm going to paint the rest of the insides of her nose here. That sounds gross. I'm painting the insides of the nose with the gray, except for the center part, which is just going to be black with silver at the top, I guess.
Seeing you do this makes me want you to do a Catwoman makeup on me. Like the latex mask, like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
You'd be so good at it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like
if you can do this,
and
yeah.
highlighting on it?
Yeah. If you can do this, you'd rock that.
You think so?
It's so much more simple.
Yes. This is just like the details are a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that. That would be fun makeup. Because
No,
I'm going to do Joker and Harley Quinn too. Like a regular Harley Quinn, not like the one that I've done already. Alright, so on the nose here, this outer one in the corner appears to be quite a bit more shaded. I was going to say shade. Quite a bit more shade than the other piece. So let's just get to filling that in with some black shadow. And then this one that comes along the center of the nose here seems to have like little wrinkles along here almost. So I'm just using eyeshadow to do that and my MAC 211 brush. And then we're going to go back in with the silver pigment, of course, and add a little bit of highlighting to those ridges. Or actually, we'll start under her nose. Oh god, this part's going to tickle so bad, dude. I'm sorry for what's about to happen. So these four little tentacle thingies here are going to kind of have like their own row of like little disc-like shape thingies, we'll call them.
Okay.
So one line is going to go right down the center of her cupid's bow. So that's 1, 2, and then the other goes down kind of middle of the nostril. Wait, is that what it looks like? Just kidding, it's not for each one of the tentacle thingies. Yeah, because where is it? Kind of it. And we have 4 lines here, and then 1 here. And then there are 3 little discs across it, across each one. So you've got here 1, 2, and 3. And the bottom one's going to be the smallest one and a little bit darker. I'm actually going to fill in those bottom ones. Don't worry if they're a little haphazard, we'll clean up the bottoms after. Sorry, don't mind me with my finger like in your mouth here. It's all good. This is me anchoring my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go in with the dark gray and fill in the top tentacle thing. Disc thing? What am I calling this? Okay, now I'm confused. What am I doing? There's my cameo. I look like a gremlin. Look at those nostrils. Could smuggle 4 illegal immigrants in there. Anyways, you have to like add these like weird little caps. Oh, and then the caps are there once you. I just didn't have the tops of the teeth or whatever the hell you want to call this shiz. I'm calling it teeth because like that's more fun. And then we do these little cap thingies at the bottom too. I might not call this a tutorial. I might say like transformation because I'm not really describing what I'm doing, and it's kind of impossible to describe what I do. Oh, everybody seems to think I have the ability to do the shit that these clients want. I'm not comfortable with it, but I'm like, hey, gotta try at least, right?
It's because you throw yourself into it and it
I'm
just
like,
turns out great.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, I'll practice it and I trust it will be fine. I have to, right? Otherwise it's like, I'll get lost in that whole state of you'll never be ready, you'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over how long this look has taken me.
I knew it wasn't going to be like 2 hours. I was like, there's
It
no
would have
way.
been so much quicker if I did it like all over again though, now that I know like how to go about it.
Yeah, that's the same thing with my poison ivy look. That's why I was like, I don't know, man.
It depends on whether you're doing the leaves or not, I think. If you're not doing the leaves, it would have been quick.
Even then.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, that's how much of a perfectionist I am. Because I work off of photos and then I end up steering away from them and turning it into my own thing. And then it just...
This looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, I totally know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel like I could go back and like emphasize things more all over again, like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes such a difference when I go back in with the black. Actually, maybe I don't need to everywhere. Like, can you see that from there? What a difference that makes?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's always what I've been as an artist. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. It's nothing. And then I'm like up all night the night before practicing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my dear. And that, you guys, I'm back. That, you guys, is the finished look. Oh man, it looks so good on camera. I hope it looks good when it's like on a bigger screen. Well, that's it for today, you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed today's Bane face painted mask tutorial. It was definitely a difficult, intricate, tedious makeup look, but I thought it would be a cool one to do. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and we will soon, if we do not have it up already, have the Poison Ivy look that Fatima is going to be doing on me. So go check out that video whenever it's up, and give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to us, and leave any comments for future tutorials you want to see in the comment box below. Until next time, take care, guys.